A quick analysis of the important win against Sevilla. Barcelona is once again chasing its rivals for the La Liga title after a 4-1 away win at Sevilla. At the end of the weekend, Barcelona is only 1 point behind second place Atletico Madrid and 2 points behind the leader, Real Madrid. A 1-1 draw in the Madrid derby opened the door for Hansi Flick and his Barcelona team seized their opportunity in Andalusia, with all teams now level after 23 matches played. In a chaotic opening at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Stadium, Robert Lewandowski's opening goal was cancelled out by a quick equalizer from Ruben Vargas. Ronald Araujo's first-half injury was the main talking point at halftime for FC Barcelona fans, before substitute Fermin Lopez instantly put the visiting team back in front after the restart. Vargas was denied a second equalizer by VR before Raphinha scored a superb third goal to put some distance between the two teams late in the game. Lopez's red card couldn't dampen Barcelona's momentum in the final minutes of the match, with Eric Garcia heading home Raphinha's cross to cap off a dominant evening for the visitors. The final result tightens the title race, just as Flick wanted, as the season enters its final months for all parties involved. Barcelona also has a fixture advantage over Los Blancos, who are playing more matches in Europe after they and Atletico Madrid have already booked a place in the knockout stages for early March. With no Champions League match midweek, Barcelona has a break on the horizon before a home clash against in-form Rayo Vallecano on February 17th, while Real Madrid face Manchester City in the round of 16. Barcelona will learn their opponent for the Copa del Rey semi-finals after the draw on February 12th. Barca's first attacking move was an excellent through ball from Pedri to Lamine, who shot at the far post but was stopped as he was already running to celebrate the goal by Nyland, who stretched and deflected the ball for a corner with a superb save that only delayed the 1-0 by a few seconds. Raphinha received the ball from a corner far from the box and crossed to Inigo Martinez, who placed it at the far post, where Lewandowski scored after beating Juanlu. From a central free kick, Saul rushed down the right flank and his pass was converted by Vargas to equalize, in an identical move to the one attempted minutes later by Pedrosa and Isaac from the other wing, with the difference that the Lebrija striker missed his shot. The first half, which started at full speed, did not produce any more goals, but did result in a spectacular, competitive and alternative-filled game in which the Barcelona players dominated possession. They could have taken the lead with a left-footed shot from Koundé after a pass from Lamine Yamal with his heel, but they had to thank their goalkeeper for the tie at the break. Indeed, Pedrosa made a foray down his wing in first half stoppage time, and Vargas gave him the advantage when he was served by his full-back, whose cross into the box was finished off by Luca Bacchio with a bicycle kick only for Szczesny to prevent the Belgian from scoring with an impressive save. Fermin replaced Gavi at halftime and sent the first ball he touched into the net before the second half was over. Pedri sent a remote-controlled cross from the left corner of the box, and the Huelva native appeared from the second line to head past Nyland. Sevilla's swan song was a good pass from Saul to Sao, who cut between the central defenders to control it in front of the goalkeeper, but was pushed by Koundé, who was too light according to Hernandez, who let the play continue, which ended with the 1-3, scored by Raphinha with a low right-footed shot. With half an hour to go, Fermin is sent off for a harsh tackle on Sao. Garcia Pimienta brings on Suso and Ejuk to try to take advantage of the numerical superiority, but the minutes tick by, without Barca having any more problems than a long-range shot from Bade that Szczesny saves with difficulty. In fact, Hansi Flick's men wrapped up the rout in the last minute of regulation time thanks to Eric Garcia, who was very restrained at the time he acted as a pivot and opportunistic to head home a free kick alone at the far post. Pedri, at 22 years old, spoke to the media after the match. The MVP of Sanchez Pizjuan expressed his thoughts on Barca 1 and celebrated the fact that they could get closer to the top. He added his second consecutive assist, something the former Las Palmas player doesn't really focus on. Pedri, numbers are the least of my concerns. I prefer that the team keeps winning matches. Regarding the victory against Sevilla, I followed the same line as Inigo. The locker room knew we had to take advantage of Real Madrid and Atletico's slip-up. It was an important match for us. I'm happy with how the game went and the team's reaction with one player down. Pedri acknowledged that Fermin's goal after the break was crucial. Pedri, We had a good first half until the goal. In the second half, we corrected some things, and scoring shortly after we started gave us a lot of confidence. Plus, they had to open up more. He finished by talking about Barca's good management while playing with 10 players in the last minutes. Pedri, I've been in matches with Barca where we didn't know how to manage the game with 10 players. Today, we stayed secure with the midfield block. Szczesny, essential with 2 superb saves. The Polish goalkeeper, already a starter, made 2 decisive interventions before the break when the score was 1-1. As he accumulates more matches, Wojciech Szczesny feels increasingly comfortable. After serving a suspension against Betis in the Cup for his expulsion during the Clásico against Real Madrid in the Super Cup final, and being a substitute during the league match against Getafe, the Pole regained his starting position at the expense of Inaki Pena. Tek had 2 very commendable interventions yesterday in Seville, both at 1-1 against Isaac, preventing him from dribbling past him, showing he measures his outings better and better, and on a bicycle kick from Lukbakio before the break with a ball that was tricky as it was dribbled upwards. Szczesny remains unbeaten. He has played 9 official matches across 4 competitions, 3 in La Liga, 2 in the Champions League, 2 in the Copa del Rey, and 2 in the Spanish Super Cup. Lewandowski and Raphinha, more than half of Barca's goals. The Pole and the Brazilian, who scored against Sevilla, have netted 55 of the team's 109 goals this season. Hansi Flick has a treasure with Robert Lewandowski and Raphinha. Between them, they have scored more than half of Barca's goals this season and are, without a doubt, 2 of the weapons that will help the Blaugrana team achieve great things this season. Of the 109 goals Barca has already scored this season, Lewandowski has scored 31 and Raphinha 24. Both did not miss their appointment with the goal at Sánchez Pizjuán and helped Barca secure a vital victory to get back into the fight for La Liga after the draw between Real Madrid and Atletico in the derby played at Santiago Bernabéu last Saturday. Mbappé, the author of Real Madrid's only goal, put pressure on Louis by scoring his 16th goal in this championship. 24 hours later, the Pole responded in the best way he knows, by scoring to stand out once again in the top scorers ranking with 19 goals. Raphinha sent the ball into the area, Inigo recovered it, and Lewandowski, stretching out, put the tip of his foot to deflect the ball and beat Nyland. Even though Vargas equalized a minute later, it was Fermin first who, with the first ball he touched, turned the score around, and then Raphinha, who sealed the goal that would give them peace of mind with a powerful right-footed cross shot. The Brazilian is the 3rd top scorer in La Liga with 13 goals, 3 behind Mbappé. Of the 109 goals for Barca, 31 have been scored by Lewandowski and 24 by Raphinha, with Pedri as the great passer alongside Lamine. Louis and Rafa are always on fire and encourage Barca to dream of great things this season after winning the Spanish Super Cup in Saudi Arabia. Eric continues to grow. Although having a more secondary role, Eric Garcia has aimed to be a protagonist this season. After Flick closed the door to a possible departure during the January transfer market, the central defender from Martorell has noticed the coach's confidence, and every time he comes into play, he leaves his mark on the game. Yesterday, he scored the last goal of the rout, again with his head, bringing his total to 3 goals, all with his head. To this, we must add the 5 he already scored last season, 4 of which were headers. Barca responded strongly to the Madrid derby draw, clearly indicating that they also want this league. Please like, share, and subscribe for more content.